Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So how you doing though? How you doing?
Yeah, it's been good.
Okay. Yeah. What's going on?
Remember our last previous podcast?
Mm-hmm.
We were saying that we were gonna talk about why children from the West don't care about their aging parents. I've heard a lot of arguments lately that children born in the West don't really take care of their aging parents. They prefer dumping their parents in their care home than taking care of them. In my opinion, this is like a very biased accusation because even if their children leave their parents in a care home, there must be something that made them do that.
Like you said, this might be a biased argument. People that said that they have a good reason. Do you understand? For them to come to conclusion, they have a reason why they say that. Understand? Here in the West, the system is set up in a way that nobody's going to be a burden to another.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? That's the reason why they provide a care home where if you cannot take care of your family or you cannot take care of your elderly ones, if you cannot take care of your aging parents, you take them, you put them in the care home so that other people are going to do or take care. Do you understand? So it depends on the countries and how they provide that care. You know, people depend. Some they prefer going to private care homes. Some they prefer going to a government care home and all that. But bottom line is that they have a place where you can keep your aging parents to take care of them. You understand? So another thing is that when they say that people or family members or like children they don't take care of their aging parents, understand? To my opinion, family members they put in everything. They make sure even to their last breath that they take care of their family, that they take care of their aging parents. Do you understand? So those that don't, like you said, those that they don't do that, they must have reasons. They must have reasons why they don't do that. So another question, like you said earlier, so why is it that children don't take care of their aging parents? You know,
Yeah,
that's what we're going to discuss here now.
yeah, there must be reasons for their behavior. One reason could be that they believe that they are giving up their lives for caring their parents. Because when you have ambitions or careers that are on the line, it's really hard for some people to give them. It's really hard for some people to give them up to take care of your parents.
Yeah, you're talking about careers and ambitions. You know, a lot of people, human beings, children, when you're growing up, they have ambitions. Understand? We all have ambitions. We have where we want to get to. So some of them, the ambitions, they put in a lot effort to get to where they are. They have a career already. Understand? And they've put in all their life savings or put everything. Some even borrowed money from the government. Some university, they have to pay those things back in it. So now they get their careers now. They have things they are doing. It's so hard for them to leave it, to focus only to taking care of their aging parents. So because of that, instead of them doing that, they prefer to take their aging parents to the care home and leave them in the care home so that others will take care of them. That's why.
Yeah, following up on that, another reason is that they might not live close to their parents.
Living close, it's part of what I just said earlier in ambitions. Most times when the children they're grown, they might move for university. When they go to university, they're in university. When they finish, sometimes they get job close to there. Sometimes they move homes. They move to another city. Understand? Some people they move to another country. Do you understand? Just for work activity. Sometimes they move because of marriage. Do you understand? There are things that make them they move from home. They are not living close to their parents. Do you understand? So the distance will be an obstacle. It's going to be a problem. Coming every time, to taking care of their parents. So instead of them doing that, what they normally do, they do what they put their parents in the care home.
Yeah, and another reason could be that their parents could also not want to move from their old house because if they move from to their children's house, they might find it like extremely hard to adjust. And you have to think about the fact that their parents might have even grew up there, or it was their first house that they had with their children. So they have loads of memories there.
Yeah, they have a lot of memories. Yeah, the memories, maybe they buried their father, the lady, or their parents. Maybe might be, let's just say both parties, they buried their partner close to there, and they have their memories. They grow, they raise their children in that environment and everything, just to leave that house.
Or like tear them apart.
It tear them apart, and they don't want that situation. They said, okay, they prefer not to go anywhere. And their children may be asking them to come and stay with them. They don't want to. So and they don't want to be a burden to their children as well. They prefer to stay there. So in order to do that, the children, what they would do, they just like bring someone to take care of them.
Yeah, so you have to think about the fact that it's not just the children. Their parents could also not want to come.
Yeah, because they don't want to be a burden to their parents. Yeah.
And another reason could be that sometimes they have to take time off work, and that's actually really difficult since they have bills to pay, a mortgage, and like they have to pay financial money for their car as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, most people have mortgages to pay. They have car finances. They have a lot of bills to pay. You understand? Now they have their career online as well, like we said earlier. They have to pay all of those stuff. Okay? And for them to leave all those things, their bills and all that, to come and take care of their parents, it's so hard. They prefer to put the money together and put them in a care place, on the care home. Someone else be taking care of them. You know? Yeah. That's part of the reason why it looks like maybe the children don't want to come and take care of their parents. Not really. Because them too, they have a lot of things. They have a lot of, especially bills. They have a lot of them they're paying. You understand? So if they can't pay their mortgage, what's going to happen? They're going to take the mortgage away from them. If they can't pay for their car finances, what happens? They're going to take those stuff away from them. And some of them, they already have a high standard of where they place their life. In order for them, for it to come down again, they prefer someone else to take that burden away from them, and they put their parents in the care home.
Yeah. Another reason, which I think is one of the most important in my opinion, is their parents abuse them in their childhood.
It's part of bad attitude, isn't it? The parents even the children having been abused by their parents.
Yeah, when they were younger.
That's if you realize that there's a lot of children that are being raised in a care home as well. When they are young.
They were orphans, I think.
They're not really orphans. They see themselves as orphans because their parents have been abusing them from childhood. So as they've been abused, social services come in and take them and put them in a home, or sometimes foster care or something like that. Some of them that are not in foster care, when they are under the government and the social security services, they are in there. So they're taking care of them. And most times, because they don't have done relationship with their parents, right? To them, their parents is dead. Do you understand? So when you ask them, they will say to you that they're orphans. I don't have any parents. Yeah. They wipe away all the memories
with their parents.
So
because none of them were good.
No, because they've been abused and all that when they were young. So because of that, now when those parents get to the aging years, that's those children. But they have children, right? Those children will not come. They will not even bother. Do you understand? So they prefer the parents to be in a care home. They leave them there.
Yeah.
Because they don't have.
And in some instances, their parents, when they're in their aging stage, when they're like close to like their last breath, their parents will ask for them to come. They'll plead, and they'll start like begging for forgiveness.
Yeah, they do beg for forgiveness. Some of them, they want to beg for forgiveness. Sometimes they don't have the trace of where their children is. They don't have the trace. They can't see even their children until they are dead.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Most times the children, some of them, they change their names just to make sure that their parents can't see them anymore. Do you understand? So it happens like that. So because of that as well, you see that those parents, they're going to stop being care home. It does not mean that the children, they don't want to take care of them. It's just that what they have, the trauma they have when they were a child, the trauma they had every time when they see their parents, understand, they still remember all the stuff that happened to them when they were young. How they were abused and all that. That's part of it. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Another reason could be that the family another reason could be that this is often due to poor health, affecting the older person's ability to remain independent and manage various aspects of life. And the family member has a lot to take.
Yeah, the family member having a lot to take. There's a lot of things that you can like, how will I say, you put into consideration, right? That family member might, as we're talking, we're just referring to people that have children, yeah? The child might have disability. And the parent was a carer. She was one taking care of that child, right? Now, because the child already has a disability, when the parent now becoming old and fragile, right? The child cannot take care of the parent because already the child it doesn't have a capability of doing that. Do you understand? 2, the parent might be hospitalized, like you said. Being in hospital might be through ill health. Either maybe the parent might have a stroke, and when he has stroke, you find out that he's going to be disabled, right? And put in consideration the weight of the parent. He might have the weight. The child or they cannot take care, cannot even lift them up and all that. So they prefer to leave them in the hospital, and the hospital might put them in the care where other people can help. Because in care, there might be 3, 4, 5 people that can help to lift the person up and take care of them. While if he stay with the
if
child,
it's the child,
it's going to be hard.
Yeah, they have a disability that won't help them.
No, they can't lift them up. Even if the child doesn't have any disability, the parent is heavy for them to be lifting them up and everything. It might hurt their back or something, so it's difficult. So they prefer to put them in their care where other people can take care of them.
And you have to think about that. If the parent only has one child only, they won't be able to help as much because they can't. Let's say that the parent has more than one child and they have at least maybe 3 children. The children might have to like pay for an operation or something, and they might have enough money to stir up all together. But what if they only have one child and they can't put them together? They'll have to put them in care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot. So we're looking at the disability aspect of it. Understand as well. The parent might have dementia. He cannot remember nothing anymore. So, and when it's get to that stage when they have dementia, then they need medical care. So going up and down from the hospital, going for care, all the stuff. So they prefer to keep them there in the hospital or to put them in the care home so that them too, they can look forward to their own lives. Do you understand? They be paying the money and everything, but they believe that someone else is taking care of their parents. Yeah. That's part of the reason as well. So that's why they put them in the care home.
Yeah, the one now that I'm going to say, I'd say that this is the most important and worst one out of all of them. Bad attitude from their parents. Because this is the one that most parents, they brought upon themselves. Let's say that their parents, ever since the child was born, maybe their parents didn't even care about them. They would say, "Oh, do this, do that." They would even talk to their wife or their husband badly as well, making their child follow them. So when their child grows up and the parent is hospitalized and they're aging a lot, the child will start to they'll give off a vibe that'll make the parents say, I messed up bad. I shouldn't have said all of that stuff when you were younger and everything. So some parents' attitude is so bad that you can't please them. The mouth is like a sharp knife that will pierce your heart and your soul like that. And the words that will come out of it brings a tear to your eye. So And when they're wondering why none of their families want to come and help them, they have to think about what they've done before.
Yeah, the attitude aspect of it is something that we neglect a lot. Understand? So when some people don't have, they don't respect nobody. They don't think before they talk. They say anything that comes from their mouth. Their mouth is like a toxic. It's like you said, it pierces through your heart. When they talk to you, you see that when they open their mouth to talk to you, what comes out of their mouth is horrible. So because of that, everybody's avoiding them. They're pushing people away from them.
Yeah.
Everybody. They lose their husband, they divorced, their children just want to get out of the house.
Yeah, and if you're their child, you go to you could just go to the bar with your friend, and then your friend will be like, isn't your parent in hospital? Aren't you supposed to be helping them? The parent will be like, which parent? I don't know them. They'll start getting angry and saying that if you were there with me, you would understand why I'm not going there at all.
Because even if the child comes or their children comes around to take care of them, they will still push them away. Do you understand? I don't need you. I don't, a lot of things that I don't want to say. The things they will say to their children is horrible.
Yeah.
You see those children, they start like, they
can
cry.
Make them cry.
They're crying a lot because they want to help. They want to come to help their parents.
Because there could be any second that the parent could go away like that.
Yeah.
They want to have a good memory of them.
A good memory of them, but they will not because
it's making them hard.
The parent
is pushing them all away.
Sometimes the woman, sometimes the man. It's just that their mouth, they can't control it. They are just, I don't know. They are just a ton. They're looking for someone to pierce. They just want to pinch you. It's so hard. Do you understand? It's so hard. The people are just their family members, their nephews, their in-laws, everybody don't even want to come close because there's people that you can't stay with. Do you understand? Yeah. The attitude is so bad that no one wants to come around. Because of that, then it's pushing people away from them. Understand? And they will be wondering, like you said, they'll be wondering why people don't want to come around to help them. And people, even some of them, even there in the hospital, in the care, everybody don't want to come to their own room. Even people that wants to come around to help them out, the same attitude, they're pushing them away. You see that the doctors, the carers, the nurses, no one wants to come in because you can't please them. You can't please those kind of people.
Yeah.
They always have something to say. They never have anything good to say about the other people. It's always about them all the time. So that one, like you said, is the worst one because everyone around you wants to help. But you're pushing them.
But you're not letting them.
No, you're not letting them. You're pushing them away. You understand? So sometimes those kind of people don't even know that they have problem. When you try to talk to them, they will not listen to you because they think they don't have any problem. That is you that have the problem.
They'll start thinking that yeah, I agree. Yeah. So when you look at it, you find out that many people didn't do enough to plan for their old age needs. They didn't really plan ahead. And it's not that their children don't want to take care of them. It's actually quite rare that they don't care of them. They didn't take care of them at all. Sometimes it's about their parents as well. Few that don't care must have good reasons to do so.
Yeah, like you said in the last podcast, unless you die young, understand, death is inevitable to everyone. The same is old age. We all gonna get old. You understand? So it's good for you to plan ahead. Take good care of your young ones, your family members, in return, so that they will find a way to take care of you. You understand? So the argument that children born abroad in the West don't really take care of their parents when they're old. You understand? You find out that there's reasons.
And it's only in some instances. It's not every single time.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for staying with us to the end. This is No Podcast, where family is everything.
Remember, family is everything. Thank you.
Thank you.